What's up, y'all? What's up? I just come to just ask. They're saying a headline that Leandra Johnson is in hiding. She's exposing some of these preachers. I think his name is Marvin Winans. And she just not just telling things and kind of like threatening in the pulpit. But one thing that he said was, he knows she ain't saved. He don't know that. Don't nobody know that and no man heart but the Father. So when people get up there talking about folks ain't saved, how you know you saved? She might say the same thing. And, people do a lot of judgment, And I was on Facebook one night telling I was playing. And I'm rolling. And we were just playing. And somebody, inboxed us and wanted to know where our church was located. Huh? Church? We ain't got no church. Oh, yes. I heard you on that one night and you were playing a song and you were saying, he rose on Sunday morning, and he got up with all power. I said, well, I think I said before I got off of there, we were joking. And the name of our church was Book 2 Baptist. You ain't gonna be able to find a Book 2 Baptist because it was playing kind of like role playing. I was trying to help folk. I'm always trying to help folk. And not letting these preachers tell them to close the door and take their money. See, so I was on that plan and I said, ain't nobody called him and ain't nobody called me. I'm just going. And she said, well, I think you ought to go and get your license. I said, I got a driver license. I don't need no more. She said, not them kind of license. I said, I got cancer license. I don't need no more. She said, I'm talking about your clergy license. I said, the clergy? I said, honey, God ain't called me. She said, he ain't called a lot of the other ones. I said, with all due respect, we told everybody we were joking. We were laughing about, the 30 chairs and the 2 tables. Okay. Folks will remember that now. But we were joking, okay? Me and Ted were joking. I'm not going to open a church at Book 2 Baptist. Mm-mm. You don't have to throw no money at my feet. You don't. You want to give it then, as a donation, to one of the doctor's ministries. That's it, but not to the ministry. I ain't been called in the name. I'm going to do like the rest of them. I'm going to go. But I did so I could preach some of them up under the table. Yeah. I ain't proclaiming to be nothing I ain't. But baby, I know how to come out of more than St. John and Psalms. I can go over to Acts, Revelations, and all of them. But some folk don't come out of them but Psalm. That's it. That's the only book in the Bible, Psalm. Psalm 55. I'm looking at you. What Psalm 55 say? Because I went that turned to it. I don't know what it say. Psalm 91.
Psalm 23.
And everybody know 23. You had to learn that before you got out of one Bible class and to another one. When you would graduate. See, they have different ages in Bible study. Sunday school. You got to be able to recite that 23rd Psalm. You can't go further. If you can't go farther, that auntie of mine, you ain't getting no peppermint, honey. You got to recite that now. Got to learn it. Yeah. But I wanted to come on here to clear it up. Don't send no money to Book 2 Baptist because it ain't no Book 2 Baptist. Because I'm going to have to send it back. Because no Book 2 Baptist. Now, I got to thinking about it. He ain't called a motherfucker either. And I could preach some of them under the table. We might have to start us a ministry right here. That's what we might have to do. Y'all think about it and let me know down in the comments. Because some of these pastors need to be stopped, honey. They just taking y'all money. I told y'all I ain't called. And folks still want to send money. I love you, God. Love you more, y'all. This is the Doc and Tell. We're out on this video.